Kofi Mensah was a bright-eyed 10-year-old boy who lived with his mother and younger sister in a small apartment near Makola Market in Accra. Every morning, he would wake up before the sun rose, help his mother sweep the compound, and then walk 30 minutes to school in his worn sandals. His mother sold tomatoes and onions by the roadside, barely earning enough to keep them fed. Though times were hard, Kofi never complained. He loved learning and had dreams of one day becoming a journalist who would travel the world and tell powerful stories. On one ordinary Tuesday, as Kofi weaved his way through the early morning bustle of Accra, he spotted something odd lying on the pavement near a busy junction. Curiosity nudged him to pick it up. It was a black leather wallet, thick and slightly worn at the edges. When he peeked inside, his eyes widened. There were crisp Ghanaian cedi notes, lots of them, and several cards, including an ID card. Kofi's heart pounded. He glanced around, but no one seemed to notice or claim it. 100 thoughts raced through his mind. His family could really use this money: school fees, food, even a new pair of shoes. But something deeper whispered within him. This wallet wasn't his. He had to return it. Kofi walked the rest of the way to school, but he wasn't really there. He barely heard the teacher's voice as she explained fractions on the chalkboard. His thoughts kept drifting back to the wallet hidden in his backpack. During break time, he sat alone under the mango tree, carefully examining the ID card again. The name on it read, Kwame Boateng. The picture looked familiar. Kofi blinked and leaned closer. Wasn't this the same Kwame Boateng who played for the Black Stars? The famous footballer whose posters filled barbershops and betting shops across the city? The temptation grew stronger. What if I just took a little of the money? Just 50 cedis? He thought. No one would know. But each time he considered it, he remembered his mother's voice. Kofi, never touch what isn't yours. Even if you are hungry, God will provide a better way. He shut the wallet and zipped his bag. After school, he made up his mind and walked straight to the neighborhood police station, ignoring the protests of his growling stomach. The officer at the front desk raised an eyebrow as Kofi handed over the wallet and explained where he found it. The officer smiled, clearly impressed by the boy's honesty. "You've done something very good, young man," he said. "Not many would." That evening, the police contacted the number on the ID card. Within hours, a sleek black SUV pulled into the police station courtyard. Out stepped none other than Kwame Boateng himself, dressed in a simple t-shirt and joggers, though he still carried the aura of someone used to stadium lights and cheering crowds. His expression was serious until the officer handed him the wallet and told him who had returned it. "A small boy?" Kwame said, eyes widening. "Where is he?" The officer called Kofi, who had just returned home and was helping his sister with her homework. When he heard the news, he rushed back to the station with his mother. As soon as Kwame saw him, he broke into a big grin. "You're the one? You returned this without taking anything?" Kofi nodded shyly. Kwame knelt to his level and placed a hand on his shoulder. "You don't know what you've done for me. I had my travel documents and a signed contract inside that wallet. I could have lost millions." Reporters arrived quickly. Word of a child returning a lost wallet to a celebrity spread like wildfire. Cameras flashed as Kwame praised Kofi in front of everyone. But the boy simply smiled and said it was the right thing to do. The next morning, Kofi became the talk of the town. His story was in newspapers, on radio, and even trending on social media. At school, his classmates surrounded him with questions and admiration. Some of them who once teased him for wearing secondhand clothes now offered him their snacks and begged to sit next to him. But Kofi remained humble. He didn't see what he did as extraordinary. To him, it was simply what his mother had taught him all his life. Be honest, no matter what. Later that week, Kwame Boateng visited Kofi's home. He sat with Kofi's mother and shared a meal of jollof rice and fried plantains. Before leaving, he made a big announcement. "I've spoken to my foundation," he said. "We're giving Kofi a full scholarship until university, and we'll support your mother's business too." He handed Kofi a signed Black Stars jersey with his name on the back. "This is for you, champ." Kofi's eyes filled with tears, not just because of the gifts, but because he finally felt seen. Not for being poor or ordinary, but for doing something right. Weeks passed, and Kofi's life changed dramatically. He was invited to speak at events, appear on television shows, and even got to attend a live football match at Accra Sports Stadium as a guest of honor. But more importantly, Kofi inspired other children across Ghana to do good. Schools started storytelling sessions using his example. Even grown-ups said, "Be like Kofi," whenever they spoke of honesty. One evening, sitting under the stars with his mother, Kofi asked, "Mama, why do you think all this happened?" She smiled and held his hand. "Because, my son, you prove that character is more valuable than riches." He nodded thoughtfully, dreaming not of money or fame, but of a future where he could help others as he had been helped. And so, from the busy markets of Accra to the grand stadiums of Africa, the story of a little boy who chose honesty over greed reminded the world of a simple truth. Doing the right thing will always lead you home.